Willard, Missouri, a small town nestled in the Midwest with just over 5,000 residents. Life here moves at a slower pace. Rolling hills, quiet streets, and a sense of familiarity define the landscape. For Kaylee Amstutz, known today as Chappell Roan, Willard was more than a place. It was the backdrop to her earliest dreams and deepest struggles. Growing up in a town like Willard, Kaylee stood out. From a young age, she naturally pulled toward music and creativity. She started taking piano lessons at the age of 12, and it didn't take long for her to begin experimenting with writing her own songs. Music wasn't just a hobby, it was a lifeline, a way to channel her emotions, her hopes, and her fears. Her family played an integral role in shaping her identity. Kaylee's stage name, Chappell Roan, is a deeply personal tribute to her late grandfather, Dennis Chappell. His favorite song, The Strawberry Roan, inspired her to create a name that would carry her family's legacy into the world. It's a name that bridges her past with her future, a constant reminder of the people and places that shaped her. But for all its charm, life in a small town came with its challenges. Kaylee often felt different from those around her. With its conservative values and tight-knit community, Willard could feel isolating for a girl with big dreams and a unique perspective. While her peers focused on fitting in, Kaylee dreamed of standing out. She spent hours at the piano in her family's home, pouring her heart into melodies and lyrics. For her, music was a sanctuary. It became a way to express everything she couldn't say out loud, the feelings of longing, of being stuck, and of wanting something more. Her track, Meantime, perfectly embodies this phase of her life. It conveys the experience of being in a transitional space, stuck in the meantime between your current self and your aspirations. The lyrics convey both a subtle desperation and a profound sense of resilience.
I first loved you at summer camp. Feel my skeleton. Can you make my brittle bones strong? Remember when we talked so long, quiet behind bedroom walls. The light made your eyes so big, and I keep my doubts in the back of my mind, and I still love you in the meantime.
In interviews, Chappell has spoken about how her time in Willard shaped her. She once said, "You don't realize how much a place shapes you until you leave it. Willard gave me my voice. It gave me the stories I now tell through my music." With all its limitations and beauty, this small town became the foundation of her artistry. It was here, amidst the stillness and simplicity of everyday life, that Chappell Roan began to find herself. Her journey was beginning, but the seeds of her artistry were firmly planted in Willard. It was a place she would leave behind, but one that would always remain a part of her story. Her early days on YouTube played a pivotal role in her rise to prominence. Around 2014, while still in her late teens, she started posting videos showcasing her original songs and covers. These early uploads were marked by their raw, emotional depth and highlighted her unique voice, characterized by a smoky timbre and an impressive range. This digital presence helped her build a modest but devoted fan base. She demonstrated a keen ability to channel her personal experiences into her music, creating an emotional intimacy that drew in early fans. Chappell Roan's big break came with the support of Australian pop star Troye Sivan. He had already become a prominent figure in the music industry and was known for his eye for emerging talent. He discovered Chappell's music and became an advocate for her work. Troye publicly praised Chappell Roan's single Good Hurt, which was a key track from her debut EP School Nights. In a tweet, Troye described her sound as unique and captivating, which helped introduce her to his large fan base and the broader pop music community. This endorsement wasn't just fleeting. Troye's validation served as a catalyst for Chappell to gain recognition within the industry. It opened doors to new opportunities and collaborations, providing her with a platform to showcase her talent on a larger scale. By 2017, Chappell Roan had secured a record deal with Atlantic Records, one of the most prominent and influential labels in the music industry. This was a major milestone for the young artist, a moment that marked the beginning of her professional journey on a much larger scale. To fully embrace this opportunity, she made the life-changing decision to leave her small hometown in Missouri and move over 1,600 miles to Los Angeles, landing in the heart of West Hollywood. This relocation wasn't just about her career, it was deeply personal. Chappell has spoken candidly about how this move represented a turning point in her life. Coming from a conservative and close-knit community, the vibrant and inclusive environment of West Hollywood offered her something she had never experienced before: a sense of belonging as a queer person. For the first time, she felt truly seen and accepted for who she was, not just as an artist, but as an individual. This cultural shift profoundly influenced both her music and her personal growth, shaping the authentic voice she continues to bring to her work today. Following her transformative move to Los Angeles, Chappell Roan channeled her experiences into the creation of Pink Pony Club, a song that encapsulates her journey of self-discovery and acceptance. Released in 2020, this track has been lauded as a queer anthem, resonating deeply with listeners who have navigated similar paths. The narrative of Pink Pony Club centers on a protagonist from a small town who relocates to Los Angeles, seeking a space where she can fully express her authentic self. This storyline mirrors Roan's own transition from Missouri to West Hollywood, a move that allowed her to embrace her identity more openly. The titular Pink Pony Club serves as a metaphorical haven, representing a place of liberation and self-expression, particularly within the LGBTQ+ community. Roan has mentioned that the inspiration for the song came after visiting the Abbey, a renowned gay bar in West Hollywood where she felt truly free to be herself without judgment. The lyrics vividly depict the Chappell's internal conflict and ultimate embrace of her true self. In the opening lines, she acknowledges the expectations placed upon her. However, she feels an irresistible pull towards a more authentic existence. But I can't ignore the crazy visions of me in LA. This tension reflects the universal struggle between adhering to societal or familial expectations and pursuing personal happiness and authenticity. The chorus serves as a triumphant declaration of self-acceptance and joy. "Oh mama, I'm just having fun. On the stage in my heels is where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club." Here, the Chappell asserts her newfound sense of belonging and the exhilaration of performing in a space that celebrates her identity. The reference to mama suggests a dialogue with her past, seeking understanding or approval from those she left behind. Musically, Pink Pony Club blends elements of synth pop and dance pop, creating an upbeat and infectious sound that contrasts with the deeper themes of the lyrics. This juxtaposition enhances the song's impact, inviting listeners to dance while also reflecting on the journey towards self-acceptance. Thematically, the song delves into the pursuit of a safe space where one can exist authentically, a sentiment that resonates deeply within the LGBTQ+ community. It celebrates the joy of self-discovery and the courage it takes to defy societal norms in search of personal fulfillment. Pink Pony Club has garnered significant acclaim for its portrayal of queer joy and the universal quest for belonging. Its relatability and infectious melody have made it an anthem for many who see their own experiences reflected in its lyrics. In essence, Pink Pony Club is more than just a song. It's a narrative of liberation, self-expression, and the celebration of one's true identity.
God, what have you done? You're a pink pony girl, and you dance at the club. Oh, mama, I'm just having fun. On the stage in my heels, it's where I belong, down at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing down in West Hollywood. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club.
With a record deal from Atlantic Records in hand, the expectations placed upon her were immense. The music industry in LA is known for its competitiveness, and being a young artist navigating this landscape meant she had to contend with creative demands, industry politics, and the challenge of staying true to her artistic vision. Roan has spoken openly about how, during this time, she often felt disconnected from her own music as external pressures sometimes pushed her in directions that didn't feel entirely authentic. In addition to the professional hurdles, Roan faced personal struggles as well. The loneliness of being far from home, combined with the difficulty of building a new support system in such a fast-paced city, took a toll. She has described how this period was marked by feelings of self-doubt and uncertainty as she worked to reconcile her small-town upbringing with her new life in Los Angeles. Amidst these struggles, Los Angeles provided Chappell with a space to explore and embrace her queerness. West Hollywood in particular offered a sense of community that she hadn't experienced before. Here, she found not only acceptance but also inspiration, as the city's vibrant LGBTQ+ culture encouraged her to incorporate themes of identity, freedom, and self-expression into her work. This newfound sense of belonging influenced her personal life and began to shape the stories she wanted to tell through her music. Released in 2021, Casual is a raw and introspective ballad that captures the turbulence of navigating undefined romantic connections. The song is written from the perspective of someone caught in the liminal space between intimacy and indifference, experiencing the highs of closeness while wrestling with the uncertainty of where the relationship stands. It's a poignant reflection of the push and pull that can often define queer relationships in a world where traditional norms and expectations don't always fit. Casual can be seen as a reflection of Chappell's broader journey of self-discovery and acceptance. Her move to Los Angeles allowed her to explore not just her queerness, but also the nuances of queer relationships, which are often shaped by societal pressures and internalized fears. The song's themes of unspoken feelings and the complexity of love without labels mirror the freedom and challenges she faced in her own life during this time. Chappell Roan's early experiences in Los Angeles were marked by growth, both personally and professionally. But like many young artists signed to major labels, she quickly discovered that the music industry's demands often came at the cost of artistic freedom. Her time with Atlantic Records was both a learning experience and a testing ground, as she worked to find her sound amidst external pressures to fit a mold. However, after parting ways with the label, Chappell faced a pivotal crossroads in her career. She chose the path of independence, which, while daunting, allowed her to take full control of her artistry. This transition was a turning point, one where she began to craft music that felt deeply personal, bold, and uniquely her. This period of independence wasn't just about the music, it was about creating a fully realized image that reflected her identity and personality. Chappell leaned into vibrant theatrical aesthetics and playful performances, inspired by icons like Lady Gaga and her own love for camp and queer culture. She embraced elements of drama and humor, using fashion, choreography, and her stage presence to create a visual spectacle that complemented her evolving sound. As Chappell Roan honed her theatrical, camp-infused persona, she fully embraced the idea that pop music could be just as much about storytelling and spectacle as it was about sound. This newfound confidence and creative control culminated in one of her most daring and electrifying songs yet, My Kink is Karma. Released in 2023, My Kink is Karma is a fiery, disco-infused revenge anthem, dripping with sass, humor, and a touch of theatrical chaos. It's a song that showcases Roan at her most uninhibited, blending biting lyricism with high-energy production to create a track that feels as much like a celebration as it does a warning. More than just a revenge anthem, My Kink is Karma is a testament to Chappell Roan's transformation as an artist. It's bold, theatrical, and unapologetic, everything she had worked towards since going independent. The campy, over-the-top nature of the song is also deeply rooted in queer artistry, taking cues from drag performances, queer club culture, and the playful irreverence that defines so much of LGBTQ+ pop history.
People say I'm jealous, but my kink is watching you write your life. You losing your mind. You take your hair. People say I'm jealous, but my kink is watching you crashing your car. You breaking your heart. You thinking I care. People say I'm jealous, but my kink is karma.
With songs like My Kink is Karma, Chappell Roan had found her voice, bold, theatrical, and completely unapologetic. But while the music was there, she was still facing one of the biggest challenges for any independent artist: getting people to listen. Without the marketing machine of a major label behind her, Chappell had to build her career from the ground up, relying on her own hustle, the strength of her performances, and a growing word-of-mouth buzz. The answer? Touring. A lot of it. Throughout 2022 and 2023, Chappell hit the road, playing show after show, city after city, often in small venues, but always giving audiences a full-scale spectacle. Each performance was larger than life, high energy, deeply theatrical, and completely immersive. Fans weren't just getting a concert, they were stepping into Chappell's world, where camp met pop, and self-expression knew no limits. Her live shows became legendary among early fans. Decked out in over-the-top costumes with elaborate choreography and a sharp sense of humor, Chappell created an atmosphere that felt like a mix between a drag performance, a Broadway musical, and a wild, euphoric dance party. And for many, these shows weren't just fun. They were a space of joy, acceptance, and queer celebration. And slowly it started working. People began to take notice. Her name spread through social media, fan clips from concerts gained traction, and her cult following started to grow. Chappell wasn't just another rising artist, she was creating a movement, a community, and a space where fans felt seen and celebrated. The pop world was starting to pay attention. While relentless touring helped Chappell Roan build a dedicated fan base on the ground, it was social media, particularly TikTok, that amplified her reach in ways she never could have imagined. In today's music industry, where virality can launch an artist into mainstream consciousness overnight, Chappell saw an opportunity. But instead of chasing trends or curating a polished, manufactured image, she leaned into something far more powerful: her own unfiltered personality. She poked fun at pop star cliches, exaggerated her own journey from flop to rising sensation, and created an entire mythology around her music. Whether she was dramatically pleading with fans to stream her songs, showing off her handmade costumes, or posting ridiculous, over-the-top skits, her social media presence felt organic, chaotic, and most importantly, real.
Let's pick it up now.
H-O. Why is no one doing it? Can take me hot. One more time. H-O-T-T. Oh, you guys are gay. You can take me hot to go. Let's try it with music. Let's try it with music. Come on. Are you gonna do it? Let's go, gay people.
Tell me what it's like to date you without telling me what it's like to date you.
Good morning. Hello. Wake up. Hello. Sorry. I love you so much, babe.
It was this authenticity, this complete lack of industry polish, that made people gravitate towards her. Then came the viral moment that changed everything. In early 2023, Hot to Go began spreading across TikTok like wildfire. The song, a dizzying explosion of high-energy dance pop, was practically designed for the platform. Its pounding beat, playful lyrics, and larger-than-life energy made it a perfect backdrop for dance trends, chaotic party clips, and drag performances. It wasn't long before the song was inescapable, soundtracking thousands of videos and introducing Chappell to an entirely new audience. But what made this moment different from a fleeting viral hit was the way fans engaged with it. This wasn't just about a catchy song, this was about a movement. People weren't passively consuming her music, They were following a dance Chappell had made for it. Rather than simply benefiting from TikTok's algorithm, Chappell actively participated in the chaos, amplifying the excitement in a way few artists do. She reshared fan content, engaged with memes about herself, and played into the absurdity of the moment. But beyond the jokes and the theatrics, what truly made this moment resonate was the fact that Chappell had done it her way. This wasn't a label-engineered breakout, nor was it a forced attempt to go viral. It was the natural result of years of hard work, of building a community through authenticity, humor, and a genuine love for performance. And now, for the first time, the world was paying attention. By 2023, Chappell Roan had captured the attention of both fans and industry insiders alike. But while viral moments and high-energy singles had introduced her to a wider audience, she was ready to take things to the next level. And that next level came in the form of her debut full-length album, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess. A project that would solidify her status as one of pop music's most exciting and unconventional voices. Released in September 2023, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess wasn't just an album, it was a manifesto. Across 14 tracks, Chappell laid bare her experiences with queerness, heartbreak, self-discovery, and empowerment, all wrapped in a glittering synth-pop package. The album's title itself was a nod to her journey, from a small-town girl in Missouri to a bold, unapologetic artist navigating the highs and lows of life in Los Angeles. Musically, the album marked a significant evolution from her earlier work. While Chappell had always embraced theatricality and drama, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess pushed those elements to new heights. The songs were bigger, bolder, and more confident, blending infectious pop hooks with raw, emotional storytelling. From high-energy dance tracks to introspective ballads, the album showcased Chappell's versatility and her ability to balance fun, campy aesthetics with deeply personal themes. One of the standout tracks from the album was Red Wine Supernova, a shimmering, synth-driven anthem about falling head over heels in love, and the chaos that comes with it. The song captured the dizzying, all-consuming feeling of infatuation, with lyrics that painted vivid pictures of late-night escapades and emotional vulnerability. It was both euphoric and bittersweet, perfectly encapsulating Chappell's ability to find beauty in the messiness of life. Then there was Super Graphic Ultra Modern Girl, a tongue-in-cheek hyper-pop banger that played with ideas of femininity and self-image. The song's frenetic energy and playful lyrics felt like a celebration of Chappell's campy persona, while also poking fun at societal expectations. It was songs like this that demonstrated her unique ability to balance humor and depth, creating music that was as thought-provoking as it was danceable. But beyond the standout singles, it was the album's quieter moments that truly showcased Chappell's artistry. Tracks like Coffee and Picture You revealed a more vulnerable side, with stripped-down production and introspective lyrics that explored themes of longing, heartbreak, and personal growth. These songs added depth to the album, reminding listeners that beneath the glitter and theatrics was a deeply thoughtful and emotionally resonant artist. Critically, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess was met with widespread acclaim. Reviewers praised Chappell's ability to blend infectious pop melodies with sharp, insightful lyrics, and her fearless embrace of queerness and theatricality set her apart in a crowded pop landscape. Fans, too, connected deeply with the album, seeing their own experiences reflected in Chappell's stories of love, identity, and self-acceptance. But perhaps the most significant impact of the rise and fall of a Midwest princess was the way it solidified Chappell's place within the LGBTQ+ community. The album wasn't just about her journey, it was about creating a space for others to feel seen and celebrated. Through her music, Chappell offered a soundtrack for those navigating their own paths of self-discovery. And in doing so, she became more than just a pop star. She became a symbol of empowerment and authenticity. As the album gained momentum, so did Chappell's career. She was no longer just a viral sensation or an indie darling. She was a rising force in pop music, with a growing fan base and a clear vision for the future. The rise and fall of a Midwest princess wasn't just a debut album. It was the beginning of a new chapter, one where Chappell Roan's unique voice and unapologetic artistry would continue to push boundaries and inspire audiences around the world.
Like that one sex scene that's on my heart and dry. I wanna know, baby, what is it like? I know you want it, baby, you can have it. Oh, I've never done it. Naked in Manhattan. Touch me, baby. Touch me, touch me, touch me, touch me. Touch me, baby. Naked in Manhattan. Touch me, baby. Touch me, touch me, touch me, touch me. Touch me, baby.
As the rise and fall of a Midwest princess gained traction, Chappell Roan's music wasn't just confined to headphones and streaming platforms. It was coming alive on stage. For Chappell, live performances were more than just concerts. They were immersive experiences, meticulously crafted to bring her flamboyant, larger-than-life persona to audiences across the country. From the very beginning of her tours, it was clear that Chappell's live shows were unlike anything else in pop music. Her performances weren't just about singing, they were full-blown theatrical productions, blending elaborate costumes, bold choreography, and dramatic storytelling. Each show felt like stepping into the vibrant, glitter-soaked world Chappell had created through her music, where every detail from the set design to the lighting was carefully designed to enhance the narrative. Chappell's stage presence was magnetic. She didn't just perform, she commanded the stage, effortlessly blending humor, vulnerability, and confidence. Her shows were a masterclass in balancing camp and authenticity, shifting from high-energy dance numbers to intimate, emotionally charged ballads. One moment she'd be leading the crowd in a choreographed routine to Hot to Go. The next, she'd be seated at a piano, pouring her heart out in a stripped-back rendition of Picture You. Costumes played a crucial role in Chappell's live performances. Known for her bold, often outrageous fashion choices, Chappell used clothing as a tool to express her evolving identity and amplify the theatricality of her shows. Whether she was donning a neon pink wig, glitter-covered bodysuits, or custom-made outfits inspired by drag culture, every look was a statement, a reflection of her unapologetic embrace of queerness and self-expression. But beyond the spectacle, what truly set Chappell's live performances apart was the connection she fostered with her audience. Her concerts weren't just events, they were safe spaces, especially for LGBTQ+ fans who saw themselves reflected in her music and persona. The energy in the room was electric, with fans dressed in their most flamboyant outfits, singing every lyric at the top of their lungs. Chappell's shows became more than just performances. They were celebrations of individuality, freedom, and community. Fan reactions to Chappell's live shows were overwhelmingly positive. Social media buzzed with clips from her concerts, capturing everything from her high-energy dance routines to heartfelt speeches about self-acceptance and queer pride. Fans shared stories of how her music had impacted their lives, and how seeing her live felt like coming home to a community that embraced them for who they were. Critically, Chappell's live performances were praised for their originality and authenticity. Reviewers highlighted her ability to blend pop spectacle with genuine emotional resonance, noting how her theatrical flair never overshadowed the raw talent and heart at the core of her music. It was clear that Chappell wasn't just a studio artist. She was a dynamic performer, capable of captivating audiences with every note and every movement. As Chappell Roan continued to tour, her shows grew in scale and ambition, reflecting her rising status in the music industry. But no matter how big the venues got or how elaborate the productions became, the heart of her performances remained the same: a celebration of queerness, creativity, and the transformative power of music. With each performance, Chappell Roan wasn't just building a career, she was building a legacy, one that would inspire future generations of artists and fans alike. By 2024, Chappell Roan had been steadily building a name for herself, but nothing could have prepared her for the explosive success of Good Luck Babe. The song, released as a standalone single, catapulted her from rising indie pop star to a mainstream sensation, marking a turning point in her career. At its core, The Good Luck Babe is a searing, synth-driven anthem about unrequited love and the painful process of watching someone deny their true self.
It's cruel. You can say that we are nothing, but you know the truth. And guess I'm the fool with your arms are like an angel through the garden. I don't wanna call it off, but you don't wanna call it love. You only wanna be the one that I call baby. It's 100 boys in bars,
The song's lyrics tell the story of loving someone who isn't ready to embrace their queerness, a narrative that resonates deeply within the LGBTQ+ community. Chappell's sharp, poignant delivery of lines like, "When you wake up next to him in the middle of the night, with your head in your hands, you're nothing more than his wife," cut with a mix of heartbreak and defiant honesty. It's a song that doesn't just explore romantic rejection, it's about the broader emotional toll of living inauthentically. It sounds like a modern-day interpolation of a Kate Bush song. It's that juxtaposition, bright, energetic pop layered with deeply personal storytelling, that struck a chord with listeners. The chorus, both catchy and cathartic, invites the listener to sing along while simultaneously feeling the emotional weight of the song's message. The song's viral success was swift and undeniable. Good Luck Babe quickly gained traction on social media, particularly on platforms like TikTok, where users created thousands of videos using the track, each one amplifying its reach. The song's relatable themes and infectious chorus made it perfect for short, emotional clips, turning it into an anthem for anyone grappling with complicated love stories and identity struggles. Beyond social media, the song's success translated into chart performance. For the first time, Chappell found herself on major music charts, with streaming numbers soaring and radio stations picking up the track. It was clear that Good Luck Babe wasn't just resonating within niche audiences. It was reaching the mainstream, introducing Chappell's unique blend of theatrical pop and emotional authenticity to a broader audience. Critics were quick to praise the song as a standout in modern pop music. Reviews highlighted Chappell's fearless storytelling and her ability to balance humor and heartbreak in her songwriting. Publications lauded her for bringing fresh energy to the genre, being described as both a pop masterpiece and a queer anthem for the ages. It wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural moment. For Chappell, the success of Good Luck Babe was more than just a career milestone. It was a validation of her artistic vision and a testament to the power of authenticity in music. The song opened new doors, bigger venues, headline tours, and a wave of new fans eager to connect with her music. But perhaps most importantly, it reaffirmed her commitment to telling stories that mattered, stories that resonated deeply with those who needed them most.
wake up next to him in the middle of the night with your head in your hands. The morning his wife, and when you think about me, all of those years ago, you're standing face to face. I told you so, you know I hate to say it. I told you so, you know I hate to say, but I told you so.
By early 2024, Chappell Roan's career was in full bloom. Her bold, theatrical approach to pop, coupled with deeply personal storytelling, had captured the attention of both fans and critics alike. But the pinnacle of her breakout year came when she was awarded Best New Artist at the Grammys in 2025, a moment that not only validated her artistic journey, but solidified her place among pop's brightest stars. Winning Best New Artist at the Grammys is no small feat. It's an award that has historically signaled the arrival of a game-changing artist, and for Chappell, it was a recognition of years of dedication, resilience, and fearless creativity. The award placed her in the company of past winners like Billie Eilish, Olivia Rodrigo, and even Adele, artists who redefined the music landscape in their own ways. For Chappell, it was a testament to her unique blend of pop theatrics and raw, unfiltered honesty. But Chappell's win wasn't just a personal victory. It was emblematic of a larger movement in pop music. The year 2024 marked a renaissance for the genre, with artists like Charli XCX, Sabrina Carpenter, and Billie pushing the boundaries of what pop could be. Charli's avant-garde approach to production continued to influence the sound of the genre, while Sabrina Carpenter's catchy, polished tracks dominated airwaves. Billie brought a haunting, narrative-driven style that blurred the lines between pop and gothic Americana. Chappell, with her mix of humor, vulnerability, and theatrical flair, fit perfectly into this dynamic new wave. The competition for Best New Artist was fierce, reflecting the incredible diversity and innovation in the music scene that year. Yet, Chappell's ability to carve out a distinct space for herself through songs that celebrated queerness, self-discovery, and unapologetic individuality set her apart. Her win wasn't just about commercial success, it was about her role as a trailblazer, bringing fresh perspectives and underrepresented stories to the forefront of pop music. The Grammy win also marked a significant turning point in Chappell's career trajectory. Suddenly, she was no longer just an indie darling with a cult following. She was a mainstream artist with global recognition. The award opened new doors, from high-profile collaborations to headline festival slots, and solidified her status as one of the defining voices of her generation. As Chappell accepted the Grammy on stage, her speech reflected the same authenticity that had endeared her to fans worldwide.
Zero job experience under my belt, and like most people, I had a difficult time finding a job in the pandemic and could not afford health insurance. It was so devastating to feel so committed to my art and feel so betrayed by the system and so dehumanized to not have health. And if my label would have prioritized artist health, I could have been provided care by a company I was giving everything to. So, record labels need to treat their artists as valuable employees with a livable wage and health insurance and protection. Labels, we got you, but do you got us? Thank you.
Chappell's Grammy win wasn't just the culmination of a successful year, it was the beginning of a new chapter. As 2025 continued to unfold, it became clear that Chappell Roan wasn't just riding the wave of pop's resurgence. She was helping to shape it, one fearless, glittering anthem at a time.
Well, this is a Mugler inspiration dress that was custom made, and this is like a 1400s hat. I just want to look like a pig. It's a dream come true. What more can a girl want?
Roan's momentum continued to build in March of 2025, when Pink Pony Club, originally released in 2020, climbed to the top of the UK singles chart. Chappell has also been teasing her upcoming album with songs like The Giver. Additionally, her close relationship with Elton John has flourished, with the legendary musician expressing his admiration for her bravery and authenticity. They have performed together at events such as the Elton John AIDS Foundation's Academy Awards viewing party, where they sang Roan's Pink Pony Club and John's Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, raising over $8.6 million for the foundation. Beyond her musical accomplishments, Chappell Roan has also made a striking impact in the fashion world. At Paris Fashion Week, she cemented her status as both a pop icon and a style visionary, making appearances at all the top shows. In true Chappell fashion, she captivated crowds with her bold, theatrical, and unapologetically artistic looks. As Chappell Roan stands on the precipice of global stardom, her journey from a small-town girl in Missouri to a Grammy-winning artist is nothing short of extraordinary. But beyond the awards, the sold-out tours, and the viral hits, Chappell's legacy is rooted in something far deeper: her unwavering authenticity and her fearless commitment to telling stories that matter. Chappell has carved out a unique space in the pop landscape, blending theatricality with raw, emotional honesty. Her music is not just a reflection of her own experiences, but a mirror for listeners who see their struggles, hopes, and identities echoed in her lyrics. In a world where pop can often feel polished and impersonal, Chappell's willingness to embrace vulnerability has resonated with a generation hungry for authenticity. Her impact extends beyond the music itself. Chappell has become a beacon for queer artists and fans alike, proving that there's power in embracing one's true self. Her unapologetic celebration of queerness has not only broken down barriers in the music industry, but has also inspired a new wave of artists to tell their own stories with courage and conviction. Chappell's artistry offers a blueprint for those navigating their own identities, showing that self-expression can be both a personal act of liberation and a universal message of solidarity. Social media platforms have been flooded with covers of her songs, fan art, and personal stories of how her music has provided comfort and courage. Her concerts have become more than just performances. They are communal experiences where fans feel seen and celebrated.
No, I just wanted to see what popped up.
Well, I Googled you too. You want to know?
You don't know I am? I don't want to know what pops up. But can you zoom in right there? It says, did you mean your favorite artist's favorite artist? I think that's kind of fun.
I didn't do that. I don't.
No, the world did that.
No, it's this random twink that works at Google. I know it is. I know it's just some assistant that, like, we love her. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's why you have friends. That's why you have friends.
Looking ahead, the future is bright for Chappell Roan. With her distinct voice and visionary approach to music and performance, she's poised to continue pushing boundaries and redefining what pop can be. Whether it's through new albums that delve deeper into uncharted emotional territories, groundbreaking collaborations with other innovative artists, or continued advocacy for LGBTQ+ representation in the industry, Chappell's influence is set to grow even further. As she steps into this next phase of her career, there is anticipation surrounding her potential to explore different musical styles and experiment with new sounds. Her ability to blend genres while maintaining her unique voice opens up endless possibilities, from more intimate, stripped-back ballads to high-energy anthems that ignite dance floors around the world. Fans and critics alike are eager to see how Chappell will evolve artistically, knowing that whatever direction she takes, it will be infused with her signature authenticity and flair. But perhaps what makes Chappell's story so compelling is not just her rise to fame, but her ability to stay grounded in the values that brought her here. Despite the pressures of the music industry and the whirlwind of fame, she remains deeply connected to her roots and her community. Her music remains a celebration of individuality, self-expression, and the beauty of being unapologetically oneself. She's used her platform not just to entertain, but to advocate, speaking out on issues of equality, mental health, and the importance of creating inclusive spaces within the industry. Chappell's journey serves as an inspiration for aspiring artists who may feel that their voices don't fit the mold of mainstream pop. She has shown that success doesn't come from conforming, but from embracing what makes you different. In doing so, she's opened doors for future generations of musicians who are unafraid to share their truth. As the final notes of her story play out in this chapter, it's clear that Chappell Roan's journey is far from over. If anything, it's only just beginning. With each new release and every performance, she continues to write a legacy that will not only shape the future of pop music, but leave an indelible mark on the cultural landscape. Chappell Roan isn't just an artist of the moment. She's a transformative force whose influence will echo for years to come. In the ever-evolving world of music, where trends rise and fall, Chappell Roan's commitment to authenticity and storytelling ensures that her voice will remain timeless. As we look to the future, one thing is certain. Chappell Roan will continue to inspire, challenge, and captivate audiences, proving that true artistry knows no bounds.